Alright guys, it says I'm live. If you could just verify in the chat that you can hear me and I've got everything working properly, that would be great. LP, I can see that you're in there. Hello. You can hear me all right? Dave Newman, good morning. Got messages popping up on my screen like crazy. Doug, hi, how's it going? Awesome, awesome. Everything sounds good. Good. All right. I apologize that I did not release the video that I talked about last week in the March live stream for today. Doug, you can't hear me? Is your volume up? Looks like everybody else can. But yeah, I had intended on releasing a video today, one that I shot back in October of a couple of big fish. I apologize I didn't release that today. Plans changed. Ideally, what happened was, well, as I mentioned last week, today is the official launch day of the Canadian Carp Society, open for memberships. Sorry about the trucks, I'm really close to a road. And every time I turn my head, the light gets all thrown off. But I'm fishing. There has been signs. And yeah, I'm not in the spot that I wanted to be in. When I got there this morning, it was completely full of drifting ice. And if you actually, you can't really see it out there, but there's icebergs out there the size of forklifts. And if I had a forklift right now, I'd take that guy out. I swear he's revving that truck just to get on my nerves. But yeah, the spot was full of ice, so I had to adapt. And it was either here or drive another 45 minutes to another spot. And there was no ice here. Oh, look who it is. Some Muppet just showed up because he didn't come out this morning. Kevin, are you going to say hi? Dom, just saw one jump. You're 10 yards too short. I'm a few yards too short. I've got 3 rods out. One is just fishing the top of the drop to my left. My middle rod is just past the drop, kind of more in the middle. And my right-hand rod is off into the shallow bay to my right. I've seen 3 shows today, all of which have been just out past where I'm fishing, because I don't have my 4-ounce leads with me to be fishing the current. I was meant to be fishing slack water today. But glad you guys are all in here. And like I said, a great day. So for those of you in there, I already know, have joined up. Some of you, of course, Demir's trying to call me during a live stream. You're gonna have to take care of the
Serbs?
Yeah, but do it over there so it's not too loud. Yeah, some of you I've already seen have joined up on the website and have become members. Thank you so much for that support. We do appreciate it. Tell your friends. My phone has been blowing up and I've had to recharge it several times so far today, just because of all the messages, phone calls. The feedback has been great, and from what the guys are telling me, the website has had a lot of traffic today. So that's great news. The Canadian Carp Society is something that I am... Hey, you're too loud.
What's up, buddy?
Oh, Dom, don't you even go there. Don't even go there.
John's doing his live.
Why don't you sit in my lap and yell? Oh my God.
John's having a hard time doing it. John's doing his
So Demir was trying to call. So now Kevin is taking care of that call. But yeah, lots going on. Busy park that I'm in, lots of traffic, cyclists. Everybody's taking advantage of a beautiful day out.
You guys look serious this morning. All business.
Yeah.
No.
Like I said, lots going on today. But really appreciate that you guys are tuning in. Hopefully, one of these will go. No, I'm not a fan of that particular item. And I'm not a fan of the other rigs that get attached to it. So far, I've been here since just at first light. I was able to make the decision to switch while it was still dark this morning, but I've had indication on 2 rods. So other than the shows that I've seen, I had a pickup on the left-hand rod that was just kind of a really twitchy bite. I'm thinking maybe a rud or a sucker or something. I did see a couple suckers this morning. The middle rod is out a little bit further, and it cracked down on a really good hard spot. Probably about 25 minutes ago, I had a really quick whack, and then that was it. So I don't know if it was something that just swam through the line, or maybe a piece of ice that I couldn't see hit the line. I'm not sure yet. But all 3 rods have something slightly different. One is a small pineapple dumbbell wafter. That's the one in the shallows on the right. The one in the middle is an orange Tutti Frutti pop-up. And the one on the left is a smaller 12 mil pineapple pop-up. So just trying a few different things, different sizes, just in case. Like I said, there's all kinds of different size fish that can be coming through here, anything from a pound to 40 pounds. So I don't want to rule out the possibility of catching one of those tiny carp. So that's why I've got one rod set up with a smaller hook bait. But how is everybody else today? Is anybody else on the bank besides Dave Newman? Because I know the Fat Boys are out on the bank. I saw their live stream earlier today. And yes, they have joined up for the Carp Society. It's exciting. Really, really exciting day. LP, you're going to be out tomorrow. That's great. Yeah, you're going to have to send me pictures. I want to know how it goes. That's for sure. So yeah, just, let's see here. Doug, you're going to be scouting a new location tomorrow. That's great. LP, did Kev call the camping? He's on the phone now. You should be able to hear him. He's loud enough. But yeah, just what's going on? Oh, he's grabbing his coffee. Dom, off to work in an hour and a half. Off after carp tomorrow, going to try a float ledger rig. Dom, I saw your most recent video. I think you were using a feeder rod. I've seen the first 5 minutes of each time, because it's about 1 in the morning when I put it on, because I finally get to stop. It's been so busy this week, and I've fallen asleep each time. I am going to get through that video. It's now become a matter of principle. I have to see what happens in that, because I've built myself up a couple of times now and haven't been able to get through the whole thing. I'll get through it. Probably tomorrow, because I'm home all day tomorrow. So if any of you have any questions about the Carp Society, I would definitely say later on, go check out CanadianCarpSociety.com. Carp Society's in the chat now. Particularly nice hoodie. Yes, it is a very, very nice hoodie. Very classy hoodie. Very comfortable one too. I actually took my big jacket off even before the sun came up this morning, because it's perfectly comfortable. It was about -3 when I got here. No wind. Even though the wind has picked up a bit, it's perfectly comfortable. So yeah, that's on the online store in the Carp Society website. So once you're a member and you can get into the store, you can check those out. As for membership goes, wow, that sounded weird. I'm talking funny today because I'm tired, but I'm also excited. So there's 2 tiers for membership into the Canadian Carp Society. There's the basic membership, and then there's what's considered the pro membership. Different things come with each package. The basic membership is $25 for 1 year, and the pro membership is $55 for 1 year. Now, if you want to see the benefits of the pro membership over the basic, like I said, just pop over to the website. The information is there, including merch packs and things like that. Now, keep in mind that this is the best time to sign up. Yes, it's launch day. Get in early while you can. But on April 20th, so 1 month from today, the prices go up from their introductory rate. So 1 year at basic level will be $35, and at the pro level it will be $65. If that has changed, I apologize, but I looked that up about an hour ago, and that's what it said. So yeah, we're right now in a kind of an introductory offer to get joined up to the club, and yeah, prices will go up after that. All the money that is made by the Carp Society goes back into managing the website, maintaining things, getting merch going, shipping, all of that stuff. Everything gets put back into the Carp Society. There's no reason for it to go elsewhere because we want this to grow. So definitely keep that in mind. I know a lot of people do ask about it. Some people don't so much ask, but they demand to know. You either want to be part of the group or you don't. It's your choice. But the best part is that there's options. And if you do choose to become a member, probably my favorite thing about this entire setup process that we've gone through over the last few months, the whole cool thing about it is that it really encourages participation. So there's something for everyone in there. If you want to write an article and submit an article, there's a form to fill out. You can put it in there, and that article might go up on the website. Same goes for videos and things like that. There's going to be podcasts. There's going to be rig demonstrations. There's going to be a beginner series that covers everything you need to know if you're beginning at carping. Everything from tackle techniques, rods, reels, lines, all that stuff, bait. It's going to be covered. So there's something for everyone in there, but most importantly, the opportunity to participate is there, and that's a really big selling feature for me. If you look at some of the articles that are in there, I wrote a couple articles, as did a number of the people that are part of this group so far, and that's a bit of a rush to be able to put something like that together, submit it in there, and have it put up on the website. So the participation is by far my favorite feature so far, and there's lots of other stuff in there. So please enjoy this beautiful day, but once you're done hanging out outside, get online and sign up. You about done?
Yeah, he's done. He's feeling the pinch. He wants to be out here and he wants to be fishing.
Of course he does.
And I said, John saw 3 breaches this morning.
Yep.
And I only
2 over here and 1 over there.
And I only knew that from you saying it now. So he said, he saw 3 breaches, and he goes, yes, I know, he's been texting me, which is pretty par for the course when you're fishing.
Yeah.
And he said, tell Johnny when he's done his live stream piece, he can give me a call.
Oh, absolutely.
Talking to him is as satisfying as fishing, because he can't get out. So he's living the fishing through you sitting here on the bank.
He does that when he can't get out. The guy's a busy guy. He's always working, right?
I want to inspect your thing here.
You're not inspecting nothing.
You know what I want to know? How does it feel to fish more than 1 rod? Because you have been probably the only guy of all these years that withheld or that followed the rules and that upheld the law and didn't ever put 2 rods in. Ever.
Well,
how's it feel?
It feels really weird.
You're not looking around. You're not looking over your shoulder to see that the ministry.
I am actually. The spot we wanted wasn't the teed spot today. You didn't show up, so I was like, well, I need to up my chances. I've got all this water, so why not? Allowed. I have them around, and every time a cop drives by, I'm like, ooh, on edge. I'm just not used to it.
Truth be told, I also really wanted you to get into a fish after the January session.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about the January session, Dink.
Listen, this is the first time ever in my life of fishing that I've even seen 3 rods on a pod other than watching YouTube.
Hey,
this is unreal.
There's 3 rods on a pod there.
Looks unreal, bud.
And if you touch the bobbins, they beep.
Buddy, this is incredible.
Sorry, guys. I'm sure I'm missing the chat here. Okay, let's see here.
Oh.
Doug's going to get his membership next week.
I come bearing gifts.
Let's see. Dom had a delivery of 20 kilos of hemp today, but his dumbass didn't think about it all needing to go in the freezer before buying it. Just doesn't need food for a few months. Yeah, eat her up, buddy. Doug, it's still good until next Friday, so if that's when you gotta wait till, that's when you gotta wait till. But when you have the chance, jump in, buddy. Slava Beloaded. Hello, everybody. Hello back. Good to see everybody tuning in. I really appreciate it. As always, the best part about these live streams is being able to chat with you. Okay, I'm going to just hop in the van and drive into the side of that truck. He's making too much noise.
I think you could have hopped in the van and driven down here if you wanted to.
I could have, but then I'd be breaking the rules.
I didn't see a sign.
Parking lot's over there.
I mean,
Basically, once you leave the pavement, that is the sign that you're not where you're supposed to be. I get to do this. I'm not breaking any rules, so I'm good.
I've got something for you.
You don't have anything for
I
me.
do, but I don't know that it's the right time
Well,
to give you.
if you're worried about showing me something when the live stream is going on, it's probably best to wait.
Okay, so
Because you're dangerous.
off the live stream, your birthday was
In December.
happy belated birthday.
Happy belated birthday.
Something you've been.
Oh, you bugger. It's just because I was asking about these the other day, isn't it? Should I tell them what this is? Just flash it across the screen there.
Listen, I look forward to you coming out of your shell with using.
Coming out of my shell.
Yeah, with using something unorthodox that I've been using for years.
I always fish with things that are unorthodox. Why do you think you're standing here?
You're
Fish with Goldie, fish with Demir, fish with you. Everything's unorthodox
I
about
was
those.
going to say we all definitely bring a unique perspective to the table. But that's a good sampler to get you thinking.
Well, I'm already thinking.
Okay.
Um,
And you can tell your audience if you choose that there was a time, once upon a time, when you and I fished swim 1 and swim 2.
Yep.
You were dead set on pop-ups, and I wasn't there yet. I wasn't in the pop-up mode, and there was.
Were you on your 12-foot rod yet?
Probably not. And you were, again, nothing wrong with it, just my opinion. But you were more of like the pop-ups, and I was fishing unorthodox things, and this had proven very successful for me. And I do believe there was maybe a few times when I may have caught more fish using these crazy tactics.
Yeah, but I'm convinced that it wasn't necessarily the hook bait that outfished me. I think it was your mix.
It could have been
Pretty
a
sure.
a concoction of both, but these have time and time again for me. When something's not working, those work well, and they are absolutely delicious.
Okay. I'm going to let the cat out of the... There's left-hand rod.
Well,
That's the one in close.
That's where I had to pick up on the left hand.
But that's the one on the top of the drop. The middle rod is on the hard spot on below the drop.
Did you feel the?
Oh yeah, it just cracked. Little beep. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys know what this is. So, Kevin's rambling is about a particular bait that's always been a favorite of his, and it took me years to get him to use more traditional carp baits like boilies and pop-ups. He had a 12-foot carp rod for over a year before he ever cast it out.
True story.
So one of the bait.
You're getting a pickup. You're getting a pickup.
Middle rod.
Wait, is it the ice, John? Take a look.
Yeah, it's the ice.
Oh,
That piece of ice.
yeah.
That handle went right into my pocket. Do you have a catapult with you in the van or in the truck? I forgot mine. Well, I wanted to put a little bit of loose feed out there, but my bait spoon's in the van and my slingshot's at
I
home.
got my spoon.
Okay, want to grab that?
Yeah. But I'd like to hear your piece about this first.
Okay.
Just because I know you're going to take advantage of breaking my balls when I walk away.
Yeah, the net handle went right in my pocket. That was awkward. Okay, so this particular bait, you can see it. It looks incredibly similar to jumbo corn. And we all know how hard it is to find jumbo corn nowadays. You know, certain bait companies just don't ship to Canada anymore for whatever reasons. You know, it's hard for me to find this stuff lately. This is a bait that Kevin used pretty religiously, and he used to balance this with pieces of like yoga mat foam and things like that because he wasn't comfortable with pop-ups, or you weren't even using plastic corn at that point.
I was making corn out of high density foam.
Yeah, it was like yoga mats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it. It worked, right?
Throw the dig in. I was being cheap. Go ahead.
I wasn't going to.
Oh, okay.
Because everybody starts that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're cheap as hell. So since you bring it up, there you go. But that's not really why you were doing it. You had no confidence in the manufacturer stuff. You knew what you had worked.
I felt better with the
homemade stuff.
Yeah.
So this particular bait, I saw him use on a number of occasions, pulling them out of little tiny containers that he had different scents in and whatnot. And I could never really figure out what it was because it looks like jumbo corn, but it's not jumbo corn. However, this stuff caught fish like you wouldn't believe. There was a number of occasions where we had really good sessions, me on pop-ups or boilies, you on these. And as you mentioned, there was a number of occasions where you did outfish me. I'm convinced it was the mix and not necessarily the hook bait, but we'll never know.
Yeah.
What we do know is that these catch fish. And these are lupini beans. You see that? It's backwards for me, but I believe everything is looking normally for you in the feed. As far as I know, you just get these from the grocery store.
Yeah. At one time, the only place to find them for me was the. But now they're pretty readily available, and they're absolutely delicious.
And these
I grew up eating those consistently.
But these take on scent well.
Absolutely.
So if you put
no different than a perfectly boiled kernel of maize.
So if you put these in a little container with whatever your preferred hook bait scent is, these will take on that scent, and it's just like fishing. You know, a couple of these on the hair is just like fishing a couple pieces of jumbo corn. But these are actually a little bit more durable, are they not? Yeah. They stay on the hair a little bit better.
Absolutely. And actually, when you're eating them, if you're like me, when
you
eat
take
those,
the skin off when you eat them, right?
You almost shoot your mouth, and you're left with a hard outer shell. But you can eat them as well. You can eat
awesome
them, like a sunflower seed.
Yeah. So I'm not going to eat them.
Treat yourself.
These are going to go into. Well, not all. I'm going to put them in a couple of little jars and make some different flavored versions of those, but some fresh hook baits, and I'm quite excited to have those. Thank you. Now that wind is really picking up, and I'd be willing to bet that the spot I was at this morning has the wind, the ice pushing out by now, but it's probably not enough. There was so much ice. My drive down to it this morning, I didn't see any ice in the river. Got there completely full, and from there, for another 4 kilometers that way downriver, the ice was just packed along the shoreline, just because of the bend in the river. So I imagine that most likely that's not going to be open enough to fish until probably tomorrow. There's still bits of it, lots of small stuff drifting down in close. But I'm looking out in the middle, and I can see one over there. There's probably an iceberg out there the size of my van drifting down. It's just whatever's left from Lake Erie coming down the river. I've had some good weather. It's going to be warm today. It's going to be really warm tomorrow. It's just one of those things that the ice has to go somewhere. And this is the way the flow goes. Done a couple of rechucks today. My right hand rod is the one I've moved around the most, kind of in the shallow bay and just out to the edge of the drop. The middle rod has gone out a little bit farther at times, a little bit closer at times. Seems the further I go out, the more silkweed I pick up. Luckily, where I am right now, it's a pretty clear spot, so I'm good. And my left-hand rod has stayed right around the top of the ledge just before the drop-off there. That's in a pretty silty spot. All of them have gone out with mesh bags of monster carp corn pellets. Like I said, there's been indication throughout the day that wasn't just ice, and it's exciting. I've been out, I've been comfortable. There's life all around me. The bird life has been amazing. I've had nuthatches and different finches, a few wrens, a couple of warblers, crows, all kinds of stuff. There was some mergansers that were just in the margin here when I got here. It's been a beautiful day for different kinds of improved carp angling. Is that bait or food? It is both. Get one on the hook. I don't want to open them yet. Not yet. The rigs I have on aren't hair rigs so much. They're basically, I'm using bait screws. If I had a hair rig set up, I probably would fling a couple of those out. Tell you what, wait till Monday. I'm back out on the bank on Monday, so I will put those nuthatches. Yes, I had nuthatches out already. Speaking of nuthatches, where is Mr. Machette? I don't know, Doug. Probably at home. Doing machete stuff. I don't know.
Baiting garage.
So mine's in the van.
Yeah.
And yours is in the garage.
I'll grab yours if you
No,
need.
I can get mine.
Okay.
You know, you're part of the carp system. Yeah, signal dropped out a bit. Are we back? Yeah, it looks like we're still good. Good snooping.
I have one of the most basic, not a confidence thing, but I do have a wee bit of pack bait here. Okay?
I'm good. I don't need
half a
pack
can.
Okay, guys, I'm sorry if the signal keeps popping in and out. I apologize. Given my location, it jumps the towers back and forth, so I don't always have the best signal. I had scored somebody's Wi-Fi that lives nearby earlier this morning, but that signal I got kicked off, so I no longer have Wi-Fi.
Wayne, it's Wayne. He said the live stream is going perfectly through YouTube
And it should be broadcasting through the site.
Wayne, you there?
Yeah, signal's cutting in and out, both for this and the phone. It's hard to say.
And through the site, working
Perfect. Perfect.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah, that's one thing also to mention. One of the things we can do with the Carp Society website, when you're members and you're able to sign in and see everything, we can put live broadcast feeds right through the website. So not only is this showing up on YouTube, but it's actually going right through the website as well. So you don't have to open up another window or another browser or anything like that. You can just watch it right on the website. So yeah, things are going great. And as soon as Kevin gets off the phone, I'm going to have him sit down and chat with you for a few minutes while I run to the van, because I don't want to be too far from the rods. And I'm going to get a baiting spoon, and I'm going to fling some boilies out over my lines. Can you guys see the ice at all back there? It's a little bit bright, but some pretty big chunks starting to come through now. Hey, Kev.
Yeah.
Do you think you could sit in this chair and entertain the viewers for a few minutes while I go take care of two things?
We'll see.
Can you also do it without any F-bombs?
That's what I got to think about my approach first. Give me the keys. I'll go get your thing if you want.
No, because my van is a pain in the ass. It won't do well for you. I have not cast it on the ice. I'd be getting more indication if I cast it on the ice, Dom. If I wanted it to be a little bit more exciting, then maybe I should have. But that's a pretty big one coming through right now. There's a chunk of ice about the size of a German Shepherd about to drift into my lines. Let's see here. You done playing?
Yeah.
All right. Don't let that ice hit my line.
Yeah.
And by that, I mean just sit here and let it happen. I'll be right back.
Hey, buddy. I'm not even gonna try and pretend to know what to say, or be live. Not really comfortable with being on the camera. Johnny ain't moving too fast either. Oh, I can read the comments. Here we go. Master Carp. The man, the myth, the legend. I love it, Nathan. Okay, I don't know what to talk about over here. John said no F-bombs. I'll be on my best behavior. What am I gonna say? I was gonna meet Johnny out here this morning, but the spot was iced up. The spot where I got the fish the other day with my daughter. I slept in. I wasn't gonna get up, and plus I've had it's been 8 fish so far in 2021, and I think Johnny's only had 1. So I figured let him get here with the 3 rods, and maybe he'll be able to pull one out. Both of us are off. I'm off on. I got a week's holidays this week. I had surgery back in October, and I had to cancel. A week's holidays, so took it at the end of the fiscal year, and the stars are aligning. The weather looks unreal. So definitely some fish coming this week. 100%. Super confident. Just waiting for my shirt. Hopefully I can get the shirt, and I feel more involved. Looking forward to the stickers as well for the Canadian Carp Society. I'm not too sure where you guys are with members, but like I said yesterday in our little chat, I think it's going to be something fantastic. It's going to grow slow and steady, but slow and steady wins the race. It's a great thing. Nathan and Wayne, unreal job what you guys have done and put all us guys together. Once upon a time, if you read my article, I tried to scratch the surface there. I didn't know there was any other people, like-minded people like myself, that were obsessed with with fishing carp. I always, as a kid, I always wanted to catch fish and had no clue, and not very tech savvy. Not a guy that's on, or was not a guy that was on YouTube or doing anything like that. For me, it was, I was shown the ropes by a friend named Jeff, and fortunate enough to hook into a 28-pound common in the whirlpool, and that was it. That was game over for me. I instantly just mental about fishing and carp fishing, and since that time back in 08 or 09. Obsessed. I'm blessed to have a wife that is supportive of what I like to do and what I'm passionate about. My oldest daughter, I used to be able to get her out on the bank a little more frequently, but now, being a teenager and not so interested in coming out anymore. But Aylin, my youngest, we had that fish on Remembrance Day, man. That was really special, and I'm glad. I was glad to make that happen. I don't know. I don't see anybody else typing anything over here.
What's that? Nothing popping up?
I don't know.
Yeah, they're there.
By the way, you got a nice fish with your daughter.
That's from Doug.
Doug, thanks, man. 8, Nathan, impressive. Yes, sir. Have you ever been bothered by Karens? Karens?
Yeah, Karens when we're out fishing Park Lakes. Absolutely. Yeah, tons and tons of Karens. Just, you know what a Karen is, right?
No idea.
Okay. Think of one of the old, I think it was an old urban banks or something, the Crazy Swan lady.
Oh,
People like that.
That's obviously it's an online term that I ain't familiar with.
It's not really an online term, but basically, yeah, social media term. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not done yet. I gotta get.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. I never been much of a social media guy. I had the Facebook back in 05 or 06, and I used it for a bit and just saw no use in it for me. I didn't understand why people would say things like "it's nice outside." I can make that observation. I didn't really care whether people said that they were going to the grocery store or how many friends they had. I'm a little old school, but with carp fishing and with this crazy group of like-minded guys all talking about the same thing, I'm considering Instagram. And now it's official. I see maybe a purpose of it for me now to get in and get on and share. Facebook, meh, not so much.
I love the sound of boilies.
Yeah, it sounded pretty good. But hopefully this week, well, not hopefully, it's going to happen. This week, John and I will be out. He's taking a few days off, and I'm on vacation. And yeah, definitely going to get into some fish. Every year, push the bar that much more. Back 10 years ago, I fished May to September. Then we would push to late October, maybe November. John did his 12 months of carping once upon a time on the YouTube channel with Goldie. They can be caught. Just have to be consistent in your approach, and location is everything. I had a bunch of fish in January. February.
January session is not to be mentioned.
Had a bunch in January. Couldn't get out in February, but so far March has proven to be productive, and we will be catching next week, and he can do his online thing and start posting stuff. And if you're on the CCS website, you'll be privy to see some pictures.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think if the ice is clear on Monday, we are crushing it on Monday.
Even some rain in the forecast, which looks good.
Yeah, if that would have been open this morning, like you said, we would have had fish by now, 100%.
Yeah. Either way, we're out. Feels good.
I don't like the look of that chunk of ice.
Well, this is significantly different than it was the other day.
Oh yeah. So get on.
You better sit down.
Get out of the way, old man. There you go, a little musical interlude from Kevin.
Oh, wow.
Master Carp, what's the best bait for big carp? Thanks. Best bait for big carp? I'll be honest with you. Anything that you put on your hair for carp.
That's debatable, man.
No, it's...
Heavily.
I don't think there's any one bait that catches big carp over any other carp. I'm a firm believer that in two particular things. If you use a bigger bait, it will deter smaller fish. With the exception being fish here in Canada at 1 pound have a mouth like that. But ideally, if you use a larger bait, 18 mil pop-ups, 20 mil boilies with 14 mil snowman presentation. If you use bigger baits, you're more likely to get bigger fish because you'll just catch less smaller fish, generally speaking. But there is no key bait for big fish because a big fish will readily take a 10 mil pop-up, a piece of corn. You know, you can catch big fish on the same baits that you catch small fish. Using a bigger bait will help thin that out a bit. But the other key thing would be fish where the big fish are. If you're fishing a spot where the average size is 10 to 12 pounds, don't be surprised if a 30 doesn't come out. It's possible, it can happen, but if you want to catch a big carp, fish where you know the big carp come out. So if you know that people catch a lot of 20s and you hear of a lot of 30s coming out, that's where your best choice is. Doesn't come down to the hook bait. Doesn't even come down to the rig. I do have a hook bait and rig that I prefer to use when I'm targeting big fish, but you'll catch just as many 10-pounders on that same setup. Doesn't come down to the rig, doesn't come down to the bait. Really comes down to, are there big fish where you're fishing? So location. That's the more important detail there. Let's see here. Karen freakout video next. Instant million views. So we need to find somebody we can upset just by being there. Paul says that Instagram isn't bad, just pictures and comments, not too much drama. That's why we need to get you on Instagram. Robert O'Neill, nice job, Kev. You're a natural in front of the camera. You probably have seen some great carp. You have some great carpy stories to tell. Absolutely.
Yeah, full of them.
And he's already starting to put some of them together in article form on the Canadian Carp Society website. Like I said, having the opportunity for participation for everyone really gets a lot of interesting perspectives and views that we wouldn't normally see. Be cool if we could organize a social get-together like they do in the UK. That's the goal. Obviously, given the circumstances we have where gatherings are kind of a no-no, it's not going to happen right now, but events and get-togethers are in the plan. An update from the Canadian Carp Society, guys. There's 11 spots left for the first 50. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but the first 50 members to sign up for the Canadian Carp Society and become members, the first 50 get a special merch pack. I believe it's some stickers or something. I don't know what else is in it. I don't even have the details on that because I haven't gotten mine yet. But there is a special pack for the first 50. Doug, caught my 32 PB on 3 pieces of sweet corn. Yeah. It doesn't come down to the bait. It comes down to the location. On a size 14 trout hook. Wow, now you're pushing your luck there, buddy. Go to a bigger hook. Master Carp, thank you for sharing your information. Hey, thanks for asking the question. I appreciate it. Is that going to hit my line? Can you guys see that? There's a giant chunk of ice right there. Which line's that going to hit?
In the middle. This is significant. The bait fish are in here heavy, and the water is nowhere near as stained as what it was when I was here.
The bait fish have just come in. Probably get that to go over this one.
This is me 3 days ago. Only way more ice.
It's funny how it's deep right here, but it's so much shallower in the rest of the bay, eh?
If you get up on that peak, on that point, and you look here, you see where the water,
Yeah,
the
there's a lot of mud.
It's a foot. It's a foot deep.
That's clear.
Very good.
I love that sound. Okay, disaster averted. Oh, there we go. All right. Ice out of the way. That dog is going to pull that lady over. It's probably one of those dogs that's only just excited because he wants to play, but he's going to pull her over. I won't mean to laugh, but I probably will.
Tell me about this breach. What did you see?
Well, I'm not going to tell you about the breach yet. Hey guys, it's Clint.
Clint.
I can't smell him. Oh, so Clint must have taken over Dave Newman's phone. Any luck? Not yet. Lots of good signs, though. Fish rising, the odd little bump here and there. There's stuff happening. Fish are around, but...
Tell Clint we're waiting for the invite to fish at his pond at his work.
He already knows.
All right.
I don't need to bring that up. He already knows. Let's let him have the opportunity first,
Yeah.
and then he can get the rest of us in there. I would love to walk up and just hold out my hands and have a fish land in my hands without any effort.
Get a
but,
bite out of your fingertip?
man, the big one's in there, though. My God. All right. So I'm out of coffee, out of tea. I have orange juice left. I've already eaten my sandwich. What? Anytime. What an amazing day to be out, though. So nice out. So comfortable. Like, how often can you just sit here in a hoodie and watch icebergs drift by without freezing? Even the wind isn't bad. So not many people are out today, but some of you guys are getting out tomorrow. Anybody else through the week? Who's going to be getting out soon? Don't forget, guys, the other thing about the Carp Society, it's not just the website and their own platform. They do have a Facebook page. They have Instagram. They have YouTube. One of the great things right now is, like I said before, if you want information, you can go to the website and check it out. But you can also go onto the Canadian Carp Society's YouTube channel. There's a whole slew of videos that just got posted in the last couple of days to give you insight as to what's in the website and what you're going to get out of your membership. The best thing is it's a familiar face. Nathan from Improved Carp Angling is the one that walks you through all the great details about what the Canadian Carp Society has to offer. So it's somebody that you know you can count on for good information. So yeah, it's an exciting day, man. Such an exciting day. I would love for something to happen right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to continue this feed until the 1 hour mark hits, so about 11 more minutes. If something happens in that time, we'll keep it going. If not, I will shut it down after the 1 hour mark, just because I'm going to kind of make a decision. I don't know if I should pack up and go see if that spot has cleared of ice yet and put in the last maybe 2 hours of my day there, or if I should just try some drastic tactics and do something really stupid with maybe just bomb a helicopter rig or something out there. But I'm going to think through a little plan because I have until 3 o'clock. So we'll shut this down in about another 10 minutes or so. If there's any more questions, I'd be happy to try and answer them. So fire away. It's been fun so far. Not very often I get somebody else to take over my live feed for a bit.
Oh.
You should feel really privileged.
I'm coming back. I'm coming back for my closing arguments.
You're coming back for your closing arguments.
Yeah.
We only have 10 minutes left.
Okay.
Don't have 4 hours for you.
I got a spot in the last 2 minutes.
That's the problem. Can't get you to say anything, but then once you start, you can't get you to shut up.
I think Kristen's going to set up Aylin to go on. She thinks she watches YouTube, so she's right into this live stuff and watching people talking.
She doesn't know you're here. Okay, you set that up. We'll keep going long enough for your daughter to see you on the live channel. My son tunes in every now and then on his tablet. He'll check it out, see what's going on, because that way he can see what I'm doing. Any more questions? I will answer any questions related to anything related to fishing, Carp Society, whatever I can. If I've got an answer, I'll share it. Clint only wants the 40 and the mirror that are in there. No coffee, no tea session over. Kind of. Still got some orange juice. Improved carpeting. I might get out for the first time tomorrow, taking the kids out to run around. Nothing serious. Well, give it a shot. Dom is out Sunday, then out Wednesday after Bream and Tench, then switching over to Canal Carp for the afternoon. Okay, I'm jealous. I want to catch a Tench at some point. Maybe I'll have to come over there. You can put me on your Tench spot.
What's the Canadian equivalent of a tench?
A Tench. There's a few spots in Quebec that they happen to be, and we know people that can put us on them. So that's part of the Quebec trip we're planning with LP. Can you start taking the chicken with you for good luck? Also, heard carp are attracted to the sound if you squeeze it under the water.
The rubber?
Yeah, the rubber chicken. It's not a horrible idea. I need a mascot.
Oh, it's on
Have you thought of using backlids to avoid the ice flows? I hate backlids. I have them, and yes, at times I will put them on to avoid the ice, but I really despise the poor indication I get when I'm using them. If I was in slack water, sure, but in flow, things just don't go the way I would like. So I'm avoiding backlids as much as I can right now. Cody K. just signed up for the Carp Society, going to scope out some new spots. Excellent. Excellent. So glad to hear that. And best of luck checking out your spots. Robert Nunez. I'm still chasing trout, but itching to get out for some carp. Looking like things will kick off real early this year. Yeah, I'm hoping they do.
Oh, you have to go on YouTube.
Yeah, she's going to go on YouTube onto my channel.
She went on Instagram.
Oh, silly. Instagram, I'm not going to run for an hour. YouTube.
Yes.
That's where the cool people hang out.
Yes.
Yeah, I was considering maybe going out and doing some trouting next week. We'll see. If Monday and Tuesday go really well for carp, I might do Wednesday morning for trout. But again, it depends on how much ice is in the river, because the more you see up here, the worse it's going to be in the lower. I did drive all the way upriver this morning, saw a few guys casting some lures. Probably for some trout or walleye. Didn't see anybody get anything though.
He's reading right now.
Kristen. Hi, John. Hi, Kristen. You know what? If you hang up the phone on your husband, I will put him in the chair. Only the cool people. That explains why Will isn't here. Doug, you're my favorite today. You win today.
Nut hatchers.
Dom, trout season's just started here. Thanks for the reminder. I would love to see you go catch some trout, Dom. Absolutely would. Okay, Kev.
Yeah, tell me, wait, 2 seconds.
Not 2 seconds.
I'm just waiting for Aaron.
What are you doing? They're already watching.
Yeah?
Well, Kristen said hi, so she's there. Unless that's a different Kristen.
Probably my wife.
Probably your wife. She knows me. She knows I'm a good guy. She'll watch my channel. Screaming Carp Rugs is laughing at Doug about the Will joke. Yep. Doug wins today. I'm thinking about setting up a contest soon, guys, so keep your eyes open in April. I'm going to do another little contest. Kristen doesn't know where she went. Did your child just escape into the house somewhere? And
I don't know. They were trying to get on Instagram, but they didn't know. I said YouTube, and that was it.
How do you lose a whole child? It's not like your house is huge. She must have went upstairs.
It's possible.
Maybe she went out to the garage to cook some bait since you're not home. She doesn't know where she went. That's funny. That cracks me up.
Well, this is recorded anyways, is it not?
Oh, yeah. This will all be on there after. Hurry up and finish that, and then I'll let you take the seat.
Oh, okay.
Because you already filled this all with smoke. Oh, yeah, that is Harry. I forgot about that. Sorry, I for some reason, I always separate the two names. Okay, I think Aylin's watching now.
Yeah?
Yeah. Just put that out for 2 minutes. You don't need to have that going all the time. Yeah, Aylin's watching.
Where is she?
Well, she's in the feed. Harry wants to see a live run. Yeah, so do the rest of us. Okay, get that out of the way. You don't need to have that going.
Where's Aylin?
She's there.
Is she watching?
Yeah.
Hi, buddy. Hey, Dad just wanted to tell you how excited I was the other day to have that fish with you on camera, and how happy it makes me that you enjoy to come out with me. So, thanks for sitting down and watching with Mom, and
You're so emotional.
yeah,
I love you.
no, it really excites me, and I was so excited to see this morning when I woke up and I signed on to the Carp Society webpage. I was scrolling through the new members, and I actually seen a young lad, possibly from Owen Sound. Couldn't have been much older than 10, 12. Had his Bass Pro hat on, and was holding a bunch of carp. He actually had a picture with who was it? He had a picture with somebody. He had a picture with Ben.
The young lad on the site.
Yeah, just made my day. I told my wife right away. So exciting to see young people, and reminded me of when Hannah, my oldest daughter, when she used to like to come fishing with me, reminded me of how that used to make me feel. So yeah, look forward to bringing out my youngest daughter Aylin, and Hannah, if you're watching, would
Hannah will
love
come
to
out, too.
bring you out again, because really makes Dad happy.
Hannah loves fishing with us.
Yeah.
Because we get to talk about TikTok and all that weird teenage bopper stuff.
Yeah. So anyways, I'll be home soon. I just came out to say hi to Johnny, and was hoping to bring him some luck. It might come later this afternoon, but we will get out, and I look forward to doing that and spending some time on the bank. Love you guys.
It's so emotional. Kevin, get a hat. The glare is killer.
Who's that?
Oh, Doug is on a roll today. Dom wants to know what Goldie's up to these days, missing his sexy legs. Goldie's doing the Goldie thing. When we can get him out on the bank, we will. Canadian Carp Society. That's beautiful, Kevin. Kristen says, "Hi, Daddy." I'm assuming that's Aylin, but I guess we could take that however you want. Robert says, "Proud Papa" right there. Doug says, "Bass Pro needs to get on the carp fishing wagon." They do. Whether they will or not is a different story. We'll have to see. Old sea nymph. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Glad Kevin could pop out for a visit, and we could get some chit chat going back and forth. It's an exciting day. As you can tell, I am in a great mood, which is not really standard for me. I am absolutely in a fantastic mood. Launch day for the Canadian Carp Society. It's super, super exciting. I'm fishing. The weather's wonderful. I really couldn't have asked for anything better. And yeah, he's in the shade, so the glare's gone. So we're good.
Would everybody that's watching be a member? No, not necessarily.
No. That's the right-hand rod. That's the one in the shallow silt.
Where the water is one?
Where it's over here.
Yeah.
But there's no ice over there.
Well,
that's the only beat that's had all day.
If you're not a member, I highly suggest you sign up and have a sniff around and look. There's some excellent content. What the best part of it for me, or for me looking back, is I had nothing like that when I started. I had trial and error, and 2014 when I met you, we bounced ideas back and forth off each other. But now, if you're a new carp angler and you're in Ontario or you're in Canada, you can pay a very small fee for a vast array of knowledge, and it's not. This is people that are passionate, that are sharing stuff right from the heart. So you can't beat it. It's fantastic. Young, old, male, female, whatever.
It's a great resource.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic resource that really has been missing from availability to Canadian anglers, North American anglers. It's definitely something worth checking out. Like I said, pop over to the Canadian Carp Society YouTube channel if you don't want to just sit there and read different things on a website. There's tons of videos there describing everything that you need to know about the Canadian Carp Society right now. So I'm going to cut this feed. So really appreciate everybody tuning in, joining in the chat. It's always fantastic to hear from you. The information is out there. Look it up. Form your own opinions. See what you think. And I do look forward to seeing those of you that decide to join up. Let's see here. Before you sign out, what was that bait again, John? Which bait? Oh, lupini beans. Catch you on the next one unless I'm at work, and then I won't. But you still might. We'll see. Take care, Dom. Take care, Doug. Everybody else, really appreciate it. Great to see you. And yeah, fantastic day. Lots of information out there. A new great resource for Canadian anglers. It's worth checking out. I definitely am proud to be involved. So thank you so much. And I hope all of you have a fantastic day and a wonderful season. I won't see you live again until April.